Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Vowz. I'm Marcus Bowie, and I'm also here with my co-host.
The flower boy.
And thank you guys for joining us tonight for a wonderful show. Please follow us at Stunner Radio, we're on iHeartRadio, YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
Spotify, and Facebook.
Right.
So how you feeling tonight, guys?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I think I still got some confetti in my hair, y'all, but I'm Gucci. I'm good.
Why you have the confetti in your hair? What's going on?
We just got back from Candytopia. We was jumping in confetti, rolling with marshmallows. It was a bunch of fun. Just trying to have some summertime fun with the kids. Um, we actually went to fellowship today instead of doing it online or just
Yeah.
at home. So
Yeah, it felt
I,
really good to get back in the swing of things after COVID and everything. I know we're kind of late to the party, but we want to make sure the vaccines is in effect and will die down from COVID before we went back to church. So we actually was in the house today. Shout out to RPC.
woo,
That's where
woo.
we go out here in Richmond, and it was pretty good. It felt really good to get back and get a good word, fellowship, and just be back amongst masses.
Right.
So it was pretty cool. Also, I have on my yellow shirt. This is also it was this is I guess I could say
You
I have
repping?
a designer. My daughter, she picked out my wardrobe today, and her favorite color is yellow, so I'm repping the yellow today. Thanks to my
Awesome,
baby.
awesome. So it's just been a good day. It's been
Oh
a
yeah,
good
for sure,
weekend.
for sure.
So we are excited to be with you guys here tonight. We got some amazing guests. Um, I really want to touch on one quick thing. I got to shout out to my husband, y'all.
Oh,
Because y'all,
what's going on?
'cause y'all know we talk about relationships. That's what Beyond the Vows is. We rock it out with faith, family, fitness, and finance. And so this week, it's been pretty stressful on your girl. I have started a new role at work, and the first time, doing what I'm doing as a corporate leader, it's been pretty stressful. And I've been taking your boy through.
Man, has she?
I've been taking him through it this week, y'all, because it's just I've been in that role for about a few weeks now, and yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I've done the type of work before, but this time it's when it's just all on me, it hit kind of different. So I've been taking it out on my boy.
Your boy here.
So I gotta give you an apology, babe. And I appreciate you for rocking it out with me this week, even though it's been bananas. But guys, this week my husband told me, he's like, I refuse to allow the enemy to come in our marriage.
Oh yeah, I was like, I refuse the devil to use her. He will not be using her this week. And as the other spouse that's dealing with the other spouse tripping, it's like it's our responsibility to keep it together. We can lash out, we can cuss and fuss and all that, but we have to identify what the problem is and where it stems from. And I knew that I wasn't the problem. I hadn't done nothing to nobody. So I knew it was stemming from work. She's been under stress. She's got a new training class. She's got curriculum. And it's crazy. And how these, the people she's in charge of training, but they bring their personal life to the job. And it's like, she has to also be a counselor.
Right.
And she's wearing a lot of hats. So kudos to her, but I know it's very stressful for her. She's dealing with a lot of stuff. So um, she was taking it out on me, and I was
I
actually
wouldn't say I
okay
was
with it.
necessarily taking it
I
out
was
on
okay
you.
with it, but oh, she was for like a couple of days, and I was okay with it. But I had to let her understand that I didn't want this to escalate into something different.
Yeah.
So we needed to nip this in the bud, find out what the issue is, and resolve it. So I was trying to alleviate her stress when she got off because she felt overwhelmed because we got an 8-month baby and we got the kids. So I was like, dude, don't worry about that. I got that handled. I just need you to detox and wind down from your everyday, what you got to go through. So, that's what I started doing. And she was just kind of irritated and fussy and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just allowing her to vent. But I was telling her, like, look, hey, we almost had a little issue. And I was
Mhm.
like, hey, you need to identify what your issue is.
It's true. It's true. And what I realized is that I didn't take offense when my husband was like, I'm not gonna let the enemy come in, because I realized what I was not doing, and maybe this is a tip that may help someone who deals with a lot of different people, personalities, spirits, and things like that at work. You have to detox before re-entering into your home, re-entering into your family. Even though I'm blessed enough to work from home, I realized that literally, just like if I was doing a private coaching session or a retreat or even a ministry event, I had to detox and pray and things like that to disconnect myself from a lot of the people and the issues that I've had to encounter with, um, because it will some of those things will attach to you.
For sure.
Like I've had to deal with a lot of mental health issues. It literally felt like I've been a minister, a counselor, and a therapist and an inner healer all in one to these people, that I just met, which is I'm blessed enough to be able to be one of the first people that they're able to interact with at our company. But at the same time, I know now that there are different things that I have to do in order to make sure that I'm in the right headspace to pivot from work, and turn to my family, just like I would do if I was doing a ministry event or inner healing or a retreat or something like that.
For sure.
Um,
For sure.
yeah. So it's been an interesting week, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
Same here.
Right.
So
Right.
you ready to get this started?
I'm ready to get this popping. You want to introduce our guest, or you want me to do it?
I'm gonna let you do this.
Really? All right, guys. So we got an amazing couple that we met. What? How many years ago?
Man,
It's been a minute. It's been
I'm
a
trying
minute.
to think. Yeah, it's been a
Probably
minute.
like 2016 or so. It's been a minute. This couple, they are absolutely amazing guys. They truly, you can tell how much they love each other, how much they adore each other. They have a blended family like we do, which is freaking awesome. They are lovers, entrepreneurs, and they really enjoy helping people just as much as we do. So that's what makes it so freaking cool. So without further ado, Larry and Tangela Broussard, are y'all in the building?
Woo-woo.
Hey,
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
we're doing great. Awesome. How y'all doing?
We are
Hey, we good.
amazing.
Good.
That's good.
Yes,
That's
welcome to
good.
Beyond the Vowz. Thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your busy day to hang out with us for about an hour or so. So how y'all been doing?
Blessed.
We're great.
Life is good. Life is good.
I was listening to y'all's story. How y'all was talking about, how y'all had some differences, and La Flower was bringing home her work, and it was weighing her down. And man, the devil is busy. I was laughing because me and Larry had one of those issues just last week.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's bananas. It's crazy because even another one of my homegirls, she's like, "What is going on?" She's like, "Something is literally trying to disrupt,
Yeah.
disrupt what's going on in our home." And I'm like, "For real?" I'm like, "Mine too," but it's coming through me, so I gotta check myself. But guys, really quick, introduce yourselves to our Beyond the Bows family.
Well, I am Tangela Broussard. I am the female half of the Broussard clan. You want to introduce yourself?
Larry Broussard. Nice to
All
meet
right. So what do you guys do for a living? Tell us something about y'all. How did y'all meet? Tell us the story.
Come on now, don't be shy.
Where's
Y'all
the
moving
tea?
and
Where's the
shaking, bro.
juice? Come
We know
on.
y'all moving and
You
shaking.
want me to tell my version, or you want me to tell?
Let's go with ladies
you.
first. Here.
You want the true
Ladies
version.
first.
Let me.
Ladies
Okay. Let me get comfortable here. I am, guys, an educator with the Aldine Independent School District. I have been teaching special ed, sixth, seventh, and eighth graders for about 8 years now. Truly enjoy it. I also have a business to where I teach and educate people on forex, foreign exchange. We've been doing that for about 2 years now. And I'm just an educator all around. I just love it. I teach adults, I teach children, things of that nature. I'll let him explain what he does, but a little bit about how we met. Right now, we reside in Houston, Texas, Spring, Texas, on the north side. If anybody know where that is, and we've been here Before we became one, I was always living on the north side. He was on another planet, living on the south side, somewhere in Europe.
Hold up.
Let them know. Let them know.
My bad.
Come on.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so in 2010, before we had the careers that we have now, we were actually trying to find out, what we actually wanted to do with ourselves. It was humble beginnings on both ends. So what happened was we sought out in the police academy. We started, I think it was like March of 2010. March of 2010. And that is how we met. Did not know each other, any of that. So basically what happened was I had just came out of a long-term relationship. And so when I went to the police academy, I was like, you know what? I'm done with this relationship stuff. I'm just finna do me. I ain't looking for no man, none of that, right? So that's exactly what I was doing. I was in the police academy and I was doing me. And the majority of the people in the police academy is men. So it was plethora of doing me at that time, right? If y'all understand what I'm saying. So I was dating this one guy that was actually the captain of our team in the police academy. And
wrapped up in some nonsense.
This is my version of the story. And so me and him were at odds. And I was like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. So I called myself trying to make the other gentleman jealous by seeking another man. So, I got my radar on. I'm like, who's going to be my victim, right?
Right.
And it was this guy. So I was like, you know what? I'm just about to start talking to Broussard. He seems like a nice guy, right? So I approached him. I don't even remember what I said. It was something along the lines of maybe going out on a date or going out. But I was talking to him as the other gentleman could see me talking to him, like trying to make him jealous. So Larry just straight turned me down. He was like,
Ready, LB? LB?
I was like, excuse me? What you mean?
I ain't got time.
LB was like, I'm good.
They're like, I see what you up in here doing, Tangela.
Right. So I was like, you know what? I'm not okay. He turning me down, me. So I was kind of pissed off, but then that made me intrigued to find out, because when they tell you no, they make you want to know more about the person. It was like a chase. So after that, I kept, talking to him, trying to pursue him. And he said, you know what? If you really want to date, let's wait until after we graduate the academy and then we can date. So that's basically, I was like, okay, so fine. After the academy happened, we ended up going out on a date and the rest is history. That's how we came to be.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I gotta hear LB's version, but man, I did not know y'all actually was in the police academy.
A good portion of that is correct. The part she's leaving out is like every day from that point on, I'll be like outside having smoke sessions because she was trying to make somebody jealous. I guess she thought I wasn't gonna see that. One. So I'm outside every day, extra push-ups, extra sit-ups, extra laps, all this other good stuff.
That's not true.
And I ain't done nothing like because I wasn't checking for anybody either, right? I had a 1-year-old daughter, my first child. She had autism. I was fired from my previous, my previous position after about 7 years there. So my focus was getting back out there and providing for my daughter. That's just what I was on. I ain't got time for anything extra. Me and her mother had just separated. I ain't got time right now. I don't want to hear it. I'm on these books and taking care of this baby. That's where I was at. But after the academy, some time later, we went out and it's been, here we are 10 years later. So
yes.
So what happened to y'all pursuing careers?
Okay, so the reason why we are not police officers now is because in 2010, the world went through a recession. And so people were getting laid off left and right. Police officers were really getting it bad. I mean, it would be like hundreds of people showing up for
2 positions.
2 open spots. So what me and Larry did after the academy, we decided to get into the we went to TDC, which is the prison. So we ended up in TDC just to keep the experience. That's just in case we got picked up, we would still, have experience in working with, criminals or whatever the case may be. But we never got picked up. I mean, we would show up to interviews and it would be hundreds of people lined up for one position. And so, God works in mysterious ways. You try to detour from the path that he really has, because when I went to school, my degree is Bachelor's of Science in Education. But the reason why I got that degree is because I just want to hurry up and do something and get out of school. I really didn't think that I wanted to be an educator. But after I didn't get picked up with the academy or with the police department, I was like, okay, I guess I need to try this teaching thing out, because what I'm trying to do is just not working. Right. So I worked for TDC maybe about 2 years, 2-3 years. Larry did the same. We started dating. He was all the way on the south side. I was all the way on the north side, and we were together. We found ourselves together a lot. I was like, you know what? Somebody gonna have to move somewhere. I don't know what this is going to be, but this is just this hour drive every day. We just not gonna be able to do it. So he decided to move to the north side. And once he moved to the north side, humble beginnings, y'all. I'm telling you, it was
horrible.
It wasn't horrible.
It was terrible.
We were living
we were in a 1-bedroom apartment about the size of this bedroom we're in right now, right? Our girl slept in the bed. We slept on the floor. It was horrible. It's not humble. It was bad, right? And I'm okay with saying it. It was bad. Like, it bothered me every day. Waking up, okay, this is the reality. It bothered me every day. Coming home every month, and there's what I'm saying, you got a notice for late rent on the door. 1 month it wasn't in, and one of the girls started crying. We finna get put out. They didn't leave a sticker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So all of that, running out of food, you on prepaid lights, them turned off, you need $20 to get them back on. You can't get that. It'll put you in a bad headspace as a man.
Yeah.
That's your position. You the provider. Number one, first and foremost. So it was a little bit more than humble. It was horrible.
Right. So I ended up getting picked up with the school district, and I still wasn't a teacher yet, but like he said, we always knew that we needed to do more. We needed to work harder. So sometimes you have to take whatever position they give you and move your way up. So that's what I did. I started out in the school district as a hall monitor. I was just trying to get in there. Whatever job they would give me in the district, that's what I was, trying to do. So I started off as a hall monitor, still wasn't making much. He was working contract work, but then every position that came up, I applied for. So I went from the hall monitor to the receptionist of the school to the principal secretary. I started studying every night, and then I ended up getting my teacher certification, and then Aldine ended up picking me up. Wow. So we started doing a little bit better. He also was studying in his field, telecommunications, and he ended up getting a good job. So we moved out of that 1-bedroom apartment, and we ended up renting a home. Like I said, God works in mysterious ways. The lady that I actually shared a classroom with, she was an older lady. She was getting disabled, and her home was only 4 years old. And she said, well, I'm not going to be able to stay there no more. I have to move in with my daughter, and I know that you and your husband are looking for somewhere. Why don't y'all just rent my house?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we ended up moving out of the 1-bedroom apartment, and we ended up in the house. So now we're doing a little bit better. We both got careers, and I'm looking at him. It's been like 3-4 years later, and I'm looking at him like, okay, what we gonna do, bro? Because yes.
Hold on, Ted. So Larry, what took you so long to pop the question, bro? What took you so long?
One was ready, one wasn't.
I feel that, brother. But I do want to ask you guys.
I told her cousins year before I asked her to marry that she was gonna be my wife. I told her cousins that.
Okay.
At her cousin's house.
We'll give you a little pass.
He was like, you ain't going nowhere because this is forever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but that's one thing. But with women,
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
need you to make that. I need you to make that real commitment.
Right.
Because it's a such thing as common law,
Mhm.
but I want to be under God's law. Like, I
Exactly.
want to know for real that you ain't that this is forever.
Sure.
Right.
I understand that. I respect
I mean, it's something you gotta kind of be selfish with though, because people like to walk around and ask that question like it because it sounds nice.
Hmm.
People don't really put thought into it.
You're right. You're right. But if you
That's
rock
why,
with
that's why you see so many that they jump in and then 6 months later, a year later, and they divorce. They call them quits. You really got to put some thought in there. Like I had to ask myself, okay, are you really ready for marriage? What is the purpose of marriage, right? Purpose of marriage is honor God. So you mean to me I gotta love this person like you love me. Ooh, Jesus, that's a lot.
Mm.
Because I'm a work.
Yeah, you ain't have to rub your head on that one.
I'm just you gotta be real. Like I know me. Like I know my background. I know all them secrets nobody know.
Yeah.
So I can go do all of that and you still cool with me. But if another person did what I've done, would I beat? Could I take that? Like you really gotta take that in consideration before
That's
you get
major.
into the jump.
What you think about that? Did you think of did that stuff go through your head?
Absolutely. I mean, for me, it's a forever thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you got to make sure there's an alignment, that y'all on the same page, um, and there's absolutely chemistry. Because, like you said, you can be in a relationship and it looks good on the outside, but y'all got turmoil, y'all arguing, stuff ain't cohesive, y'all not on the same page, and sometimes that takes time. Like Larry's saying, without saying it, there's no timetable on when I need to say I do. I mean,
But okay.
what I'm saying, my thing when I say that is, I'm saying that as in saying you got to make sure things is in order. I'm not saying everything's going to be perfect. There's no perfect situation. You know what I'm saying? You grow with each other, but you're not going to be with somebody that you know is out in them streets. He don't come home.
Right.
He got issues. He got numbers in his phones. He smell like perfect. You're not going to marry that dude.
No, but you would stay with that dude. But you wouldn't stay with that dude during the horrible times, as Larry put it. Like if I'm rocking with you during the horrible times,
yeah,
then you know I'm here.
Right.
I ain't going nowhere.
And I felt like we couldn't grow further. Like, I mean, we've all heard our parents say, don't be shacking up, don't be doing this, and I felt like we were kind of blocking what else God had in store for us because we're playing like we are married, but we have not actually taken that step. Right. So that's why I was just like, what else is it? I mean, we've got it all, it's time. But you cannot rush the other person. So I had to realize that as well. So
that's what I'm saying, as far as like with the time, I mean, not to cut you off, Tim, but I'm
no, you're fine. Mm-hmm.
It's just you can't put a timetable on somebody else's love and what they're going to do and what they're going to commit to in the marriage. But granted, like you're saying, if you're living together, y'all sharing stuff together, y'all operating as a married couple, why not make it official?
Right.
Instead of playing this thing. But I do want to ask you guys, how was it coming into your relationship and y'all have a blended?
I just want to stay right there just a little bit more. A little bit.
So what you want to touch on, babe?
Because I think as women, or just for me, I think that sometimes we have to make things a little bit more clear in the beginning. Before like how I allowed myself to act as his wife before I was his wife. Mm-hmm. And so there was no sense of urgency to make me his wife because I gave you everything.
Yeah, that's true.
You getting everything. Everything, right? So I think this to my women out there, to my girls, it's so we have to. I think we have to set expectations in the relationship. Like, hey, if this is I'm looking for a forever thing. Come on, Lisa.
No more than 2 years down the rain.
Exactly. Boom.
Come on, Lisa.
Hey, you know what? I done seen a lot of people with that same thing. We ain't doing no more than 2 years without a ring. Guess where them people at?
They not married.
A lot of them are divorced. But I'm saying if you go into the relationship, because some people date just to get some ass, or instead of dating for the forever thing. So I think as women, we have to, when we commit to somebody or when we allow somebody to claim us as theirs, as we do, we have to go in with setting those expectations. Like, I don't want to be your wifey. I don't want to be your boo. It's like, I want to be wed. I'm looking for.
You want to be wife.
But some people, you know how people use wifey and they ain't no wife.
Right.
Right.
No, I'm saying, but you're saying when you go into expectations and when you're talking to him.
Right. I don't want to be your play wife.
It's like, look, but so my thing is, are you gonna give him an ultimatum? Like, you got 2 years?
No, I'm putting expectations out there. So when we both, and you get to a point where, you know, when you guys are in sync, where you guys are in a really good place, and like Tangela said, like, what else?
Right.
What else are you waiting on? Like, I've proven myself trustworthy, loyal, committed. I'm your ride or die. I'll be whoever you want me to be. I'll wear whatever, you know, I've done all those things. But I just want to shout out to my girls, like, hey, we have to go into these situations, I think, setting more clear expectations.
Yes, because the man will get complacent. He will. I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean,
because you know how we got it.
Hold on.
Yes.
They put it all on the man. They're saying that men get complacent. Women sometimes don't have their stuff together. It works both ways.
Lisa said she's
she got dates on there.
Like this receipts real quick.
So I understand what you're saying. You got to have expectations. That's why men have expectations also. You know, I know you guys, you want a man that's going to provide. He's going to be, what y'all want?
We want a provider. We want a nurturer. We want somebody, if you're biblical, you want to be in order. Are you following God? Because if you following God, you're going to take me in the right direction, right? We want somebody that's faithful. Can we get somebody that's faithful? Thank you, baby. Can we get some faithful men?
And we looking for that also. We want a faithful woman. We want a God-fearing woman. We want a woman that's submissive, quiet, will allow us to lead.
Yes.
Be the head.
But once you realize that you got
so
that
you
person.
don't know that sometimes.
And all of that does not, you don't learn all of that in the beginning.
Especially if you're not living with that person, you're not with that person day in and day out. So it's like there's gonna be things that you haven't seen. Now, don't get me wrong, you get married, you still not gonna know this person 100% until you move and you're like, damn, I did not know that about you.
Right.
So there's gonna be some stuff that is gonna surprise you. And that's the good stuff about marriage. I mean, that's the good stuff. I mean, there's gonna be some stuff that's shocking. You'll be like, whoa, I did not.
And it's still after 10 years, and I don't mean to cut you off. After 10 years, it is still things that
still keep each other.
Yeah, I am still finding out. So, and he as well, you know, so it's just as you go, you know, and it's all about what you want. He didn't want to lose me. I obviously didn't want to lose him. So he
make it sound so complicated.
What?
It's so simple. It's so simple.
And this is my opinion. This is just me speaking.
Come on, Larry.
This is just me. It's simple, right? Y'all remember when y'all were dating out there and all of that foolishness, and you get hit with that question, so what do you look for in your spouse? I'm not answering that question. Be you, and I'm going to be me. If I'm cool with you, I'm cool with you. If I'm not cool with you, bye. I'm cool with her being who she is.
Larry got a one question
one-word
application.
I'm cool with her being who she is.
If you can be you,
it's simple. I'm cool with you being you. You ain't got to try to be nobody else to impress me. Be yourself. Either I can do you as who you are, or I can't, and leave it alone.
That's good, because a lot of men, a lot of people in relationships, they try to change that person to fit, and you're just like, be you, and then I'm gonna decide I can do you or I can't do you. But
right.
Get ready to take.
Men be trying to change.
We're gonna come right back and talk about it. Guys, we gotta go to commercial break. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Life is better when you are living on purpose, but many times we get stuck in the rat race and in the mundane task of our day-to-day lives, causing most to lose sight of their purpose. That's why certified life coach, inner healer, and business strategist LaFlower Bowie is here to help you get calibrated to your calling through proven systems, techniques, and resources. Order a copy of her book, Principles to Reposition, to assist you with your journey, or schedule a free clarity session to kickstart the journey. After these sessions, clients have stated they found clarity and and open their eyes to things they had long forgotten. So get social and follow LaFlower on all social media platforms at LaFlower Bowie. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Vowz. We are on here rocking it out with an amazing couple, Larry and Tangela Broussard. And let's jump back into this conversation. So I want to pivot it a little bit, guys.
Please.
Because
I love it.
Yeah.
really, don't make me go back. Don't make me put it in reverse.
And we can
Like, can we move on, please? So, guys, I want to talk about having a blended family because I know that we have a blended family and you guys do too. And I know I had.
So, did you guys come in with your own child already, right?
Yes.
I just wanted to.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Mhm.
And so I want to know, like, for us, we wish we would have prepared ourselves better, prepared our children better to be in a blended family, understanding the emotions that we were going to go through, the kids and things like that. So what is one of like the mistruths that people think when it comes to a blended family? Like, what's one thing that you guys really had to, it was just like, wow.
Did y'all have any issues or something that you had to overcome with
Mm-hmm.
having a blended family or dealing with it? I'm just saying.
Tangela already ready to talk.
Nah, I'm trying to think because I mean they were what, 2?
Yeah, they were
When we
2.
got together? They were
But
2?
one of the things that we, without a shadow of a doubt, knew that our children could not meet until we knew that this is what we were going to do. We were very protective. He was very protective of his baby, and I was very protective of mine. And I knew that I had to gain Larry's trust, with that, because my baby she has autism. So I knew that, and his baby is Xavier is near and dear to his heart. So I knew that in order for me to even be in her life, that I had to come correct, and vice versa. But that was one of the things that we both was like, I don't even think that our kids even met, maybe not even until like a year or so after we were already dating. But what do you think some of the misconceptions are with having a blended family?
It varies by situation.
Yeah.
Our transition, I'm gonna say, was pretty smooth as far as we're concerned.
Right.
As far as others, not so much.
Right. You got to remember, you're not just blending the kids, you're blending their mamas and their daddies too. So
So how did you guys handle that?
Woo!
It was a mess. It was a mess. Like it just not got to the point where one is cordial. It's been a long road with the external drama. I said that. Yeah.
But that trust also plays a big part in that, because me and Larry have to be on the same exact page when it comes to dealing with the other parentals. Like, it can't be, and it has to be trust, and it has to be openness. It can't, like, if I'm telling Danae something, or if me and Danae's father have a discussion about something, I make sure that I include Larry in that discussion so everybody can be on the same page. Right. And vice versa. Whatever him and his baby mama talk about, we want to make sure that all 3 parties are on the same page. So it can be a smooth, everybody can, but it wasn't always like that. It takes time.
I think that it like Larry said, it varies. Because for us it was a lot of I don't know, I think for women or for the men, I don't know, but it always seems like it's more drama that comes from, or sometimes more drama that comes from women, because they feel some type of entitlement when it comes to that child and that man. And then, you have some.
I don't think it's entitlement.
What do you think it is, Larry?
I think what it is y'all got eyes, y'all see it, right? Their situation ended for whatever reason it ended. It wasn't gonna work. And you move on to something else and it's right. And
So you think it's bitterness?
and they see the cohesiveness. They see the support of each other. They see the progress being made, and she living my life. And he'll break loose. This ain't your life. It wasn't for you.
Right.
This is our life. I have no ill will towards you. I'm here for my child. That's it. Can we just co-parent and let everything else be what it was? So it's a lot of bitterness.
Have you ever dealt with bitterness, Ben?
She's funny over here. Of course, I've dealt with.
Have you ever dealt with some bitterness? Tell us about it.
I mean, you're gonna have your baby daddies and baby mamas that you were in a relationship for every reason it didn't work out. Y'all just couldn't see eye to eye. Y'all had a child together. You've moved on to, like Larry said, to somebody else, and it's clicking, looking better, you're dressing better, you're eating better, you're living better, and they see that, and they even see the child benefiting from that. They don't like that, especially if they're in a situation that's
Really?
so they really are not gonna like.
Especially if they're in a situation that's boo boo.
They're not doing too well. They're not living their best life. And
true.
Man, they're gonna give you the business. Oh, you want to pick them up? We got something to do.
Right.
Is she gonna be there? Is he gonna be there? Then no. So yeah, that comes with the territory. It's just something you gotta work with.
True.
So
true.
It is, but how do you guys stop that? Because I know for a lot of women that I've spoken with, and for me, it's like you want to make sure, as the woman, that's the new woman in this relationship, that all ties are cut and that it's strictly about that child.
So that falls on the man. I mean, that falls on the man to keep it straight, 100. Keep both parties.
You can tell.
Yeah, I knew he was done. I knew he was done just by the way that because I had to force him to communicate more with her. All he wants to do is just talk to her about the child.
Right.
And you could tell, because if it was like very loosey-goosey and things were happening, the lady would be calling all times of the night. She would think that she had privileges that she doesn't have. And then you have to have this conversation like, why is she doing all of that? Like, are you allowing her to call you at 11 or 12? But we never had that. Like, I have to make him say more to her other than, hey, what's the pickup location? Okay, what time we dropping off? Like that's all he talks to her.
But I gotta tell y'all something. I was so petty one time with my ex-husband. Like, I was the queen of Petty Town. So
she Petty Roosevelt.
I was so petty. So we were already separated. Our divorce just wasn't final. And I was so petty, y'all. I called this new woman's house to speak with him. And she asked who is this? And I was like, bitch, it's his wife. I was like, oh my God. I was just so petty and so mad.
One more sip, Marcus. Taking one more sip.
I was so mad. And she was like, his wife. I was like, you know exactly who I am. I'm trying to get this divorce. Like, just put his ass on the phone.
Ooh-wee.
And Marcus actually he it's the whole lot, y'all.
I didn't even have that. Well, Larry had. I'm not even going, because he may be listening, my baby daddy, but just to know it was physical.
Had to whoop that ass.
Larry had to tap that ass?
Had to whoop that ass.
You didn't have to.
So you had to lay hands.
Holy hands.
Oh, it was in Jesus' name?
In Jesus' name. Don't play with me.
So we never.
I don't know if
God, Jesus.
It was in LB's.
Somebody's name got called.
Wow, y'all. Wow.
But I did have one. I remember her trying me. I remember one time I was coming out of my apartment to go to the store.
Wait. Before you say that, you know what the crazy part about this situation was?
What?
In them apartments we was in, her mama moved right across the street.
His baby mama.
Dude, when I walked outside and saw them moving in, I was like, I just can't get rid of these people. I come outside, look to the left, and I see y'all right there.
No. So let me tell you what happened though. So
God.
I didn't have a problem with it. I was like, okay, that's great. So they're right across the hall. That's great. So
They're like, yay! Now we can see a baby. Now we can be a baby.
Look, I walked downstairs to get in my car to go run around the corner to get something, and she was outside, and she was like, "Can I have a conversation with you? Hi." She introduced herself or whatever, and I was like, "Yeah, I know you. Hi, nice to meet you." She was just like, "I just want to tell you, want you to know what you're getting yourself into, this and that." I said, "Let me stop you right there." I said, the Larry Broussard that you knew is not the Larry Broussard that I know. So whatever you guys went through, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. But that's the man that I am with is not showing me any of that. So I'm sorry that happened to you, but I gotta go to the stove. And I left it at that.
I gotta go to the stove so I can go come home and cook for Larry.
None of it added up. Ever.
All right, I got a question for the men. So will you say that when you meet that woman, she will cause you to level up and to do better or want to do better? Or even because I heard you say, Larry, that you weren't proud of some things, or how you moved and shaped in the past with relationships and stuff. Mm-hmm. And without putting Brother Marcus's business out in the streets, I'm pretty sure he's not happy with some of the things that he's done in the past.
It's all right, bro.
When you guys say that, when you meet that person, because I know for me as a woman, when I met Marcus, I wanted to be a better woman. I wanted to level up so that we can complement each other. But I want to hear from the men. Like, Larry, what did Tangela do for you? Did she make you want to be a better man?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? I say when you find it and it's right, when there's no more fight, when there's way less fight and more flow, right? Things move different at home, and it goes with you outside of the home. Like I said, the conditions we were living in bothered me. This isn't what she signed up for. This is not what our kids signed up for. They deserve better for me. I deserve better for myself. We got to get out here and get this done.
Yeah.
Right. So it was accountability in a way I wasn't used to.
Oh.
I was used to masculine accountability. You know what I'm saying? Masculine accountability is what? Don't walk up to me telling me you made $1,500 this week and you were supposed to, bro. What you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go and do that, man. That's what I was used to. Right. So it was different coming from a feminine energy. So it fed, it didn't take away.
Oh. What you got to add to that, Brother Booty?
I can't follow.
I think I just spoke for the bros on that one.
Larry just spoke for me on that one.
We held it down.
That was good, Larry. That was good. Y'all don't be taking Brother Larry's words now. You have to look at him like, is this my husband?
I know, girl.
Tell you like, ooh, boy, I'm gonna take care of you tonight.
And we don't get to have these kind of conversations every day. So
No.
Right.
be surprising.
Yeah.
For me, it was like, and it was brought up today. I'm the best chance for my wife to have the best life. I'm responsible for that.
Yeah.
I have to level her up.
Goddamn right.
Nobody's going to take care of my wife like me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I have to do my part and 10x that thing.
That's right.
So, ladies, if you know your man is not trying to level you up or put you in a better position than where he found you, he's not doing his job. I'm just going to be honest with you. A real man is going to level up his wife.
That's so true.
Cut off at that bus stop.
Yeah. And I mean, just to piggyback, that is very true because Larry had been like that since day one. Like he said, we were broke, separate. And he just came right in, he would ask me, he would call me at night and be like, did you eat tonight?
That's when I knew.
Did you,
That's when I knew.
Tell us about that.
It was 2:00 in the morning, and she lived way out here on Mars. And I called, and she said she ain't 8, and I got in my car. I was in Pearland. and I drove past Greens Point to bring this girl something to eat.
You went through Guns Point for you, girl.
Through Guns Point.
And that's how I knew that this man really cared about me. It would be nights that I would be up studying, looking for a job and things of that nature. And my daughter would be full. I made sure she ate, but sometimes I didn't get to eat. And when he would call and say, "Did you eat?" and then get in his car and drive all the way across town just to make sure, and then even like now, with us running the businesses and things of that nature, he always, if he has to get the baby, he gets the baby. If he has to take the teenagers somewhere, he take them somewhere just to make sure they'll go out of the room, just so I can make phone calls, just so I can train. And, that's the type of partner. And I think that's what Marcus means when he says you have to level up your spouse. You got to make sure that she's okay or he's okay, not just level up and like giving them money, but whatever they're trying to pursue, you need to make sure you're there so they can put those things in place. So
even for, I'm even going to go as far as saying, even for the stay-at-home moms, the husband's been, he's working, he leaves the house, he's a breadwinner. Don't get me wrong. You should come home and you should help your wife. Like, babe, what do you need? Because she's exhausted. Like, taking care of kids, and you ladies know, that is a full-time job. That is not something easy or taken lightly. So you need to come home, make sure she's good. She has something to eat. Maybe you need to cook. Do you need to rub your bath water? Do you need me to rub your feet? Do you need this, that? So I'm like, it's not only like she said with money and positioning. It's about making sure she's taken care of spiritually, physically, and emotionally. You got to handle that as a man. So men got to step up. They got to take care of that. They got to take care of the house. Take care of the lady. You know what I'm saying?
Well, speaking of the house, what you got, babe? Go ahead.
I know. Before we get out of here, I do want to ask you guys. It's I like those loaded questions. I have two parts to this question.
You have a loaded question.
One, I want to know, and this is for the other couples that are out here. How do you handle difficult times in your relationship when y'all not seeing eye to eye? How do you guys come back together and get back on the same page? And like, I guess, what is the secret sauce to that? Your relationship, the foundation, what keeps y'all going, and how do y'all handle adversity? Because we all go through issues, and we be fussing and fighting, cussing and fussing, slamming doors. Like, I gotta go before I hurt somebody. So how do you come back from that?
Calm down. Like, that's me, because I'm a hothead. All the way. I get the blinking on you, I'm feeling spaz out. You know what? Give me a minute.
Hold on, Larry. Did you say I get the blinking on you?
What's bad? What?
What?
Y'all know from just knowing Larry that he is a man of few words. It's probably the most you've ever heard him say anything. If Larry starts blinking, that is a sign that he is angry, and you need to just stop talking to him now.
Give me.
Larry, give me some space,
for 48 hours or maybe 3 days. I don't know. Just give me some room right now, because you can push.
I appreciate you talking tonight, Larry. Appreciate you, brother.
What about you, Tans? How do you handle, like, when you get upset or when LB is on your nerves? How do you handle
tap dancing on your nerves?
Y'all, it's been.
She be cussing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know my mouth is the thing that the Lord is still working on me with. I will.
And she ain't talking about talking in tongues.
No, I will.
I understand, Mark, because I do. They think they just so sweet. They crazy.
Huh?
They crazy.
Listen, stop it. Okay. So, me and Larry rarely. I mean, we do have disagreements, but we rarely get into those blow-ups. Like, we had a blow-up last week. And I think for us to just stop talking and then to come back when we can like use our words and really clearly talk and find out what the issue is has been working for us. That is what works for us, because at the heat of the moment, you saying whatever, but for us to just stop talking, let's just not talk about it today. And then finally, like the next day or the next day after that, we can have a conversation about, what the issue was. And like,
No. What I was saying, what if you come back and one's not ready to talk, but you ready to talk? How do you handle that?
just don't talk. Like if I'm ready to talk and he's not ready to talk, I'm mad because he's not ready to talk. But then I know when he comes and be like, babe, did you see that show on TV? Did you just see that new show or whatever? I'm like, what the hell are you talking to me for? We still mad. So that means you're ready to talk. And then that's when I can have a conversation with him. Because he'll just try to listen.
You want to just over the fact that we just had a whole blow up.
I think when he personality because they want to have 5 conversations about the same thing.
Like I want all my questions answered.
Right.
This is question.
Like, what does that mean?
Exactly. What does that mean? Like, and then they're like, what do you mean what I mean? No, I don't know what you mean. That's what I'm
I'm like, for instance, the other night when we finally got past this week, guys, Marcus came in. Well, what is it? What's going on? I was like, okay, let me tell you. So I tell him, and he proceeds to just exit out the room,
fellas,
without saying anything. Hold on. Pause, Marcus. Pause, real quick. I said, I get that if you didn't have anything to say once I completed, sharing, but you could at least acknowledge that a sister said something. He just did an about face and walked his ass out the room. So, and I'm like, hold up. Did you hear anything that I just said? He's like, well, yeah, I heard it, but I ain't got nothing to say. But you approached me asking, you came in the room. You was like, how are you? What's going on, Flower? I was like, okay. I raised up out of bed. I'm like, let me tell you. And after I finished, he proceeded to try to walk out the room. Like, hold up, brother. So, brothers, sometimes all we need is a simple acknowledgement. We know that y'all process stuff differently. We know that y'all may want to come back a couple of days later and talk about it, which is cool. But just acknowledge what the heck I just said.
Right.
You don't have to give a full response. But just say, okay, I hear you. Let me think about it. Let's talk. Can we talk about this later? But you just want to daisy on out the room.
No, correction, fellas. The reason why you get to that point where the lady, your
acknowledgement. You see that? Acknowledgement.
Have you not had Tinge? She's upset. This is upset. This one's upset. They won't say they're upset, but you know all the signs that she's upset.
Oh no, I'm gonna say I'm upset.
But okay. I'm glad you say it. This one won't necessarily come out and say it. I know the signs. So it's been days that I'm trying to figure out what did I do, and I know I didn't do anything. So that's when, in the middle of the night, I was out doing something. I was like, "Oh hell no, we fit to talk about this," because I'm sick of her targeting me, and I ain't do nothing.
I didn't target you. Just
hold on.
I ain't target you.
Hold on.
Using that man as the emotion.
And so exactly.
That
she mad at her job, so she like, whoo. No, she gonna take this.
Take them boys in some hooks.
Yeah. So I come in, I'm like, hold on, wake up, ma'am. We need to talk. What is going on? Hold on. Let me finish. I let her talk, right? Because her thing is, I don't let her talk. She feels like sometimes I interject myself, all that. I've done better. I'm like letting her talk. So I let her talk and express herself. I was quiet. So she felt like because I was quiet and I didn't say anything, I wasn't listening.
It was the about face, dear.
So, but tell me this, if you don't have nothing to say or
but you can acknowledge what she said. You can say, okay, I understand.
This is what I did. I was like, okay. And I started to walk out. She said, where are you going? I didn't turn around and say, look, I heard what you said. I have nothing to say. That's what I said.
No, sir. You're telling stories. That's not how.
So, guys, we're going to go ahead and pivot off of this.
All right.
So, guys,
no scene.
And I know y'all have,
Well, I know we got to get ready to wind down. So, guys, tell our Beyond the Vowz family where they can find you. What are you guys working on?
Well, what I wanted to ask was, how do you guys find time for yourselves?
Oh, okay.
Do y'all have date nights? I know y'all have your children. You have your little one. You know what I'm saying? She probably keep y'all on y'all toes. But how do you find time for each other? Do y'all schedule date nights? Do y'all have a set day that y'all go out? Like, how do y'all do that? I know you guys are movers and shakers, so busy making all that money over there. How do y'all find time for each other?
Y'all have time to spend the money.
Right. Well, what we have done is because like he said, we find ourselves very busy and we have a 2-year-old and all of that stuff. So once a month, whatever day that is, once a month, we have to have that for ourselves, whether it be going out on a date, going to lunch, going to get a massage, bedroom, whatever it is, we have to have that for each other. And me and Larry are really working on communicating more because my husband is a man of little words. So it's really hard for me sometimes. I have to gauge how he's feeling just by his expressions and his demeanor, and without just putting all of us out there, he's lost 2 brothers and he doesn't talk. So I have to make sure that he's okay. I have to make sure that I can, get something out of him just to make sure he's okay. So basically that's what we do. Once a month, we try to make sure that we just have that day for ourselves to do something just between him and I.
Do y'all have a go-to spot? Y'all have a tip for us? We always looking for somewhere to go. Y'all got a restaurant
we like to eat,
or a lounge or somewhere y'all normally hit up? Y'all got a regular spot y'all got?
We had one. It's closed, which was the Corner Grill. That was
okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
On the north side?
Yeah, we on the north side. The Woodlands is pretty much our go-to.
Yeah.
Yes. We're trying to get more into wine tasting and
the
things
tasting
like
room
that.
is great.
Yeah.
That was good.
Hey, if y'all ever come to the south side,
We need to have a Beyond the Vowz wine tasting.
if y'all ever come to Richmond, we got a place out here called Messina Hoff. It's a winery / restaurant. Hey, we can double date, do a thing. They got some wine tastings and stuff like that.
Yes, let's do that. So you want to tell them? They asked about what we do. You want to tell them
What you do and how can they find you guys? All of that fun stuff.
How can they find us? On Facebook, I'm just named Broussard. Instagram, Broussard84. What do? We are day traders, foreign exchange investors. So that's my thing. Foreign exchange market. I love it. Like I'll be doing that to the day that I die. It's not retiring from that.
So we're gonna call y'all the crypto queen and king.
yes.
Crypto's cool.
We also have a page called the Broussards, the Power Family. So you can find us there, Tangela Broussard. I'm also Tangela Broussard on Instagram. But just like he said, we are day traders in the Forex market, which means, I don't know if you guys heard of the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency, things of that nature. So we exchange currencies and we make money off of it. And we also teach people how to trade and make money themselves in the market. And I love it because it's actually something I partner with my husband on that we do together. We have done many different businesses before, and it's usually always me doing the business and, him just kind of being there beside me. But this time we actually love doing it together. So
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm so happy you guys found something where y'all can work together with, because that just makes the success and the benefits and the rewards even more special when both of you guys did it together. Oh, y'all done turn the lights off. We know what's on the house. Larry,
They went out on me.
that light was on the timer. Like, it's time to. It's that one day out the month, baby.
But I do want to thank y'all so much. This was so special. I really enjoyed it, and y'all are doing big things. I'm so proud of y'all.
We're gonna have you guys back. We're gonna
Yeah,
have
y'all
y'all
can
back.
come back and hang
Where
with us.
can, where can we
Yes.
find your book?
Yes. I was looking at the
Just
commercial.
go to littleflowerbuoy.com.
Okay.
Or you can get it on Amazon if you want. If you got some Prime shipping, just go to Amazon and they'll ship it out to you right away.
Yes.
What's the title of that book?
It's Principles to Reposition. Oh, and Tangela, I gotta get at you because I am working on an anthology for the Wife Union, which is a group of wives coming together to put some chapters and put some work together. So I'm definitely gonna be hollering at you.
Okay. Yes.
I'd
Text
love
me.
for you
Let's
to
talk.
come and do this group author project that I'm working on. But guys, we gotta say goodnight. Oh my God, this hour has went by so fast, so fast. So thank you so much, Larry and Tangela, for coming out and hanging with us. Y'all definitely got
Thank y'all.
many blessings to you guys. So happy that everything that's going on. What we got, baby? So to our BTV family, remember, never settle.
Always take it to the next level. Until next time, guys.
Grace and peace. Good night,
Bye-bye.
guys.
That's our chef in the back.
Thank you, Lisa.